what boys want. Now suppose you are all fathers or mothers, and you all have one daughter and one son. Today, your daughter come home, cry out loud and said, "Daddy, I broke up with my boyfriend." What will you do? You may give her a hug and compensate her. And another day, your son come home and say the same word with tears. "Daddy, I broke up with my girlfriend." Differently, people will just give him a look and say, "You are a boy, be brave and don't cry." Why are so different? Because the society affects our thought. People think that boys should be unbreakable and free, so boys couldn't cry. As a result, though boys and girls are same in teenagers, boys want to be open. They want to show their emotions, their feelings to others, but people discourage them. Unfortunately, the society changed largely nowadays, and worsen the circumstances. There are two reasons. The one is the empowerment for girls. The social movement striving for women's rights rise rapidly, like women's voting rights and working rights. Like that picture. It is talk about women how to be more understanding than boys in public. And the second reason is the rise of digital communication. The rise of digital communication opens a new ways for boys to express themselves to girls, but sometimes it confuses them. For example, if a boy liked a girl 20 years ago, and he wants to pursue the girl, he maybe needs to call the girl after school, or write a letter, or even write an email. But if the boy likes the girl nowadays, he should also respond to her words in Facebook, or chat with her with Line, or give her some words in Instagram. Boys who lack of communication skills are crowded out easily than before. It impacts not only their minds, but also their grades. There are some statistics. This is the college enrollment. In 1970, boys are over 50%, but in 2010, the college enrollment, boys are less than 50%. The high school GPA distribution, this is about grades. In 1980, boys and girls are both get B, but in 2010, girls got A, but boys are still at B. Another survey shows that a big decline in use of words related to positive emotions and an increase of isolation amongst boys after 50. And the isolation can lead to depression. This is a horrible result. The suicide rate for boys is 3 times to girls when boys are in 17 years old to 14 years old. But boys after 15 years old, the suicide rate is 4 times to girls. And this is a horrible result. You might be confused. We always hear that girls want to commit suicide, not boys. However, girls are more likely to report attempting suicide, but boys are much likely to die from suicide. It means that girls always say, "I feel sad, I want to go die." But if boys feel sad, they won't say anything and jump down.
When boys are using this digital communication technology,
What's wrong with your slide? How come the words are cut? No, I think that has something to do with your computer. So do you see everything on your screen? Yes.
Recharge the VGA ports，把 VGA 线重新拔起来再打进去。
拔起来再插进去。Okay, never mind, go on. I think that has something to do with your file. Did you leave any margin in the original file? 你的档案你有没有留足够的边界？没有吧。There's no margin, so that's why.
And to carry on the previous person said, when boys are using this digital communication technology, they are often thoughtless. They might toss off offensive text to girls in a clumsy way, or flirting or pass around girls' pictures that are supposed to be private. So we can tell the person we are chatting with emotions we chat with by how he or she takes, for example, facial expression is a direct way to let the other side realize your potential feelings. And for boys, getting sexy images from girls, solicited or not, is a big ego boost and raises their social status. And girls send pictures for lots of reasons: to get attentions, in response to requests from a boy, or to compete with other girls. But when the boys get unwanted images, especially if they don't ask for it, they think it's awkward, and that's just desperate girls who are looking for a good time with everyone. Boys' friendship may not seem complicated, whereas girls actively compete and joking with others for social supremacy. Boys' roles are much more stable.
Slow down, because we cannot see your PowerPoint, so you have to go slow down on every point. So where were you now? Would you like to put your bullet points on the blackboard? The missed letters. 有几个那个不见了。How about the second one? How about the second one? What emotion? Oh, I see. 退出全荧幕。
就刚刚看到，是因为它有设计动画，所以
全部都在一张。
那就把你的 bullet point 写在黑板上。
friendship may not seem complicated, whereas girls actively compete and jockey with others for social supremacy.
Which point are you at now? Which point?
Brother code.
Brother code. Where is brother code?
Brother code is that one boy calls tips on hooking up with a girl, as if she were a choice seat on the bus. You have to make it recognize that you like a girl first to call tips. You can't call tips if you have no chance with the girl. You can't call tips just to annoy your friend and so forth. And boys form very deep bonds with other boys at their social level, and they call tips. 就是像 it's like you when these protocol rules are violated, boys often lack the social permission or skills to talk about it. The code of silence, non-loyalty, is one reason boys have a hard time coming forward when they see other guys doing something humiliating or dangerous with the girl. In fact, boys need their parents' concern and communication too. And if one day you become parents, what will you say to your boys? First, it's very important to let them know that you don't assume anything about them or their friends. Whether you are talking about alcohol, drugs, girls, or bullying, you can begin by saying, I don't know if you are ever going to have this experience, but if you do, I want you to be prepared. Let them know there are no excuses. Sometimes boys will get drunk so they don't have to take responsibility for their behavior, particularly with girls. So let them know that being drunk doesn't let them off the hook. Stress that this is about how to live with yourself and how you look at yourself as a man.
Okay, just a second. Please go back to the cultist part and the dark side of the cult. It sounds interesting, but please use your own words to explain to the audience because we cannot follow when you are reading off your script. Talk us through this part. It's an interesting part. What does cultic mean? What does it do? Use your own words. And what's the dark side of this code?
Cultic is that if you like a girl, you have to first to tell your male friend.
Yes, give us an example. For example, car seats. You mentioned something about car seat.
Just like if I like her, I will say, hey, that girl is mine. You can. And if I were born, if she is my male friends' previous girlfriend, and she is willing to off limits